So we started talking on a Friday, and he was like, come see me on Monday. I was like, no, like I need more time. I was like, I need more time. So you guys know how I started making the videos. It was like, oh, get ready with me, day one, moving on from my ex. Around that time, or just before I started making them videos, I got a message on my TikTok from this guy. It was really nice. It was saying how, oh wow, like I really admire your journey and your progress and whatever. It was a really sweet message, and so then we just kind of kept talking after that. Like we had a connection like pretty much straight away, so we moved our messages over to Snap. So then from that point we were basically like inseparable. We were on the phone all the time, either FaceTime or just like normal call. This was like the first guy that I had like any kind of like feelings for. And when I say like feelings, I mean like I had like a weird feeling in my stomach when we would talk. Maybe looking back that was not a good thing. Maybe that was my intuition telling me to run away. Like, I didn't think I had the capacity to have feelings for somebody romantically again, because like I still had feelings for my ex and stuff. I was like, oh my god, this guy is such a flex, like, you know, and he actually likes me and he wants to see me. So we started talking on a Friday, and he was like, come see me on Monday. I was like, no, like I need more time. I was like, I need more time. I was like, yeah, I want to see this guy. I was like, this is a bit, no, like I can't just see you after I've known you for like 2 days. It literally was happening all so fast. So we met on the Friday of the, like he wanted to meet on the Monday, we met on the Friday. So I left it a week. If you look back on my account, you'll see I was dropping hints. That solo trip was not a solo trip. Maybe I'll meet my husband on this trip, I don't know. Girl, be so for real. I really liked him. I really liked the way I felt around him. I felt really comfortable. So I was like fully invested in this man. We're moving backwards again, guys. I've really been messed up. I feel really awful. So after work on Friday, I get the train to Birmingham. He picks me up and we drive to the Airbnb, which I pay for. We stay there for 2 nights. He tells me he loves me. Said it back. I think maybe, I think I said it first actually. Please guys, please don't victim blame me, because I feel really, really bad. I'm just being completely transparent. Because he was saying like, he was like, I know this weekend I'm gonna love you. He was like, I know by this weekend like I'm gonna feel it. Like he already kind of said it, and I was like, no, like you can't mean that. And he was like, well, I know like this weekend is gonna be the decider then. But like, to be fair, like love bombing works. So you do think you feel that at the time. Yeah, on the Friday we just chill and whatever, and then on the Saturday he takes me to this thing with to like meet loads of people that he knows, like his co-workers, friends, things like that. He introduces me to his friends. So I'm like, oh my god, my ex never even introduced me to his friends. Like this is crazy. Like, oh my god, I'm in love with this man. We were talking about the future, we were talking about his career, things like this. So I'm like, oh my god, this guy's like so serious about me. Girl, naive. I was like, wow, like this is crazy, like somebody actually likes me. So I fall for it because it's pretty intense. But like now when I look back on it, there's a few things I'm like, oh right, red flag. Obviously that I love you, red flag. On the Sunday we go shopping. That's why I gave the haul, because we went shopping and I bought him 2 pairs of shoes. I spent like £170. Like, I'll pay, like it'll be like a little treat, because I'm thinking, oh my god, yeah, we're gonna spend like the rest of our lives. What is like £70? Girl, naive. Red flag, the light is flashing, come on. Anyways, this guy makes me miss my ex. I do sometimes. We're in the car at some point and, oh my god, like I'm gonna get my nails done when I go home. Like, oh, I could get like your initial. And he's like, why would you do that? You know, like we're heading like that way. He's like, no, like that's a bit fast. But then why are you talking about having kids with me and like me moving in with you like next year? I feel like he was putting it all on me, and then if I put it on him, it was like too much. So I ended up spending like £500 on train tickets, accommodation and shopping for him. I fully thought I was in love with this man. I thought he was in love with me, but that is not the case. So Sunday I go home, and then on Monday he goes on holiday. That's like what we were shopping for. Like he let me like pick out loads of clothes for him and stuff. So I was like, oh my god, like my ex would never let me dress him. Like this is so cute. Like anyway, Monday he goes on holiday. This is where it all switches up. He's got like really bad signal, so he can't really text. But like sometimes he is. And then also I'm watching his snap score go up as well. Like while he's not messaging me. Like I try not to let it bother me, but it does. And then I'm like, oh, I feel like you're ignoring me. Like I get you've got like no signal, but like sometimes I see like you're active, you're posting stories. Like what is it? Like have I done something wrong? And he's like, no, you've not done anything wrong. Like I'm not on my phone. Oh right, okay, well it just says like snap scores going up sometimes. He was like, well no it's not. He was like, I've got a group chat and like they're really active on there, so it's probably just that. But for your snap score to go up, you have to interact with the snap. I feel really bad that I've like allowed this to happen to me again. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you all. Bye.
I think it's so sad how like men can just take advantage of people who are so vulnerable. I think as well when you go through a horrible breakup, and they do really say like it's like blindness, isn't it? You've been treated so badly by a boy before, like anyone who comes in front of you, like anyone who gives you the slightest bit of affection, the slightest hug, holding hands, you know, comforting you physically, mentally, like anything to do with that category, women are just instantly in love with them. And it's almost like they're not loving the person, they're loving the fantasy of what the person could be, like their ex-partner. So for example, like her boyfriend before mine not being physically active with her, like didn't want to touch her hand in person and didn't want to hug her or whatever, whereas this man wanted to hold her hand and hug her. So she's like, oh my god, I'm in love with him, I'm in love with him. And he's probably taking advantage of that. He's like, yeah, so if I get that from her, you know, especially before a lad's holiday as well. If it's like 1 or 2 weeks before that, you just know they're bored at the moment. They're probably feeling a bit adventurous and they can't get that. So before they go on holiday, they're like, okay, we'll go meet a girl. We'll pick a really weak girl who's clearly gone through a really nasty breakup, you know, just wants a bit of attention. Oh, I can give her that. I need 2 weeks of my time. And he's obviously done that. He's made her buy him shoes. She's travelled, she's bought accommodation, train tickets, everything. He's really like properly taken advantage of her. And as soon as she's like, oh, I might get your initial on my nail, I don't really see why he's kicking up a fuss. I truly don't. If he's like giving her sympathy, you know, mentally making her feel good about herself and physically, kissing her and hugging her in front of his friends, is the initial going to kill you? Like, it's not. I think you're just being pathetic. I just feel really sorry for her because she's clearly just had the water all over her eyes and she's just like, I can't believe this happened to me. And it is sad because especially like with her ex-partner, he must have not treated her rightly because she even said he would never let me dress him. This person's commented going, the shoe theory girl, if you buy them shoes, they walk out of your life. I'm so sorry this happened to you though. Love bombing is such a cool way to mess with someone. Wishing you the best. Oh, someone else actually said, you need to stop looking for a guy. I'm going through a breakup now, but getting your heart broken again during the process of healing from your ex is not a good idea. That is true though, but I think as well, like when you're wanting to date again after someone who really hurt your heart, you know, broken you and made you feel like worthless basically, you do go talk to the boys because I think you just want to seek some validation and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think, you know, having a bit of fun, just talking to different guys, see where your head's at, it's just a bit of distraction and I don't really see there's a problem with it, to be honest. I don't really blame her.